Hi. Sorry, it's like really early in the morning today and I pretty much just woke up, so I hope I don't sound too down, but I have something interesting, an interesting topic to talk to you guys about today, and it is the pros and cons of being in the K-pop industry. I'm in K-pop, if that's the right thing to say. So yeah, if you guys are interested, then please keep on watching. Let's start with the good stuff first. The first pro I would have to say is that you can live doing what you love and what you want to do. And I'm not saying that other jobs besides being in the K-pop industry can't make you happy throughout your lives, but I would say a lot of the times when it comes to the norm, you would have to kind of adjust to your job and give up stuff. Like, so you would have your hobbies separately and your job would be something you're just kind of obligated to do. But if you're in K-pop, I would have to say your dream was to, sing or dance or rap or, act on stage. So basically your dream itself is your work. And I think that is like the biggest appeal of the job, because for me, the biggest reason why I wanted to start music was because I didn't want to live my life doing something that I didn't want to do. So, being like in a 사무실, in a work office and just sitting there and being told what to do and doing it. And I'm not saying that's bad, but it's something that just wasn't appealing for me. And I would have to say a lot of people would agree with the fact that most jobs require endurance, and K-pop isn't so much like that. You just kind of enjoy what you like to do. So the second pro would definitely have to be love from your fans. And this isn't only subjected to K-pop idols, but I would say K-pop idols receive a lot of love from their fans. Fans are very, very caring, and they also really keep up with the schedule and see what their favorite, idol or singer, actor, actress is doing. And I think that is such a big pro because, love is always awesome, and to receive it from so many different people from all around the world is a true blessing, I would have to say. And I think a lot of people keep on going even through the struggle, because it's really difficult to become a K-pop person. What? K-pop person? Yeah, they go through all the struggles just for their fans, because they know there are people waiting for them and people who care for them. And I think that's a definite pro. So the third thing is you're very up to date and you get chance to try out different products and chance to meet a lot of different people. Just a lot of chances in general. So I would have to say people who participate in commercials, they're able to try out all the new products from that brand, and they're always updated with what's the best and what's the hottest deal and what's the most trendy. And I think just to live in that kind of lifestyle, being up to date, and it isn't forced upon you, but it just naturally comes, I think that's a definite pro, because after a long time you realize that you've spent your life pretty excitingly. And yeah, I think that's a pro. So the fourth pro is that when you look back on your life after a long time, there's so many things that you could look back on, because there's so many photos being taken, so many videos, like film work. There's a lot of filming going on. So because you have so many things to look back on, it is like a life full of like a big album just for you. And let's say I become like 50 years old and I become like a grandma. I can look back and look at these Wishtrend videos and look at all the music I made and listen to them. And I think that's also a definite pro, because if you just live on, you kind of forget to keep track of what your life, what you've been doing throughout your life in your 20s or your 30s, because you're so busy. But K-pop idols are kind of forced to write down everything and take photos, take videos. And I think that's an amazing thing that you can look back on yourself and see when you were the most active, and yeah. So the final pro would definitely have to be the money. Now, I don't know if you guys have a good idea of how much K-pop idols get paid, but if you are well off and if you are famous, then you get paid a pretty darn amount of money. Like 진짜 you get a lot of money. I think that's a definite pro, because like I said, it goes back to the first one. You get paid that much money for doing something you love and not something you're forced. I think that's amazing, because I don't know if this is like the right reference to make, because this isn't like for everyone, but sometimes, let's say in Korea, if you worked in an office and you worked your ass off for like 5 years and you get really good raise and stuff, then you get around $3,000 per month Now, if you're like a musician and you sing on stage for like, let's say 15 or 20 minutes and you're really famous, then you can get paid up to like $50,000 at most, like I think. I don't know, just that amount of money for the amount of time you spend in working is pretty awesome, I would have to say. That's a definite pro. And you know, it's really different for all artists and how they get paid is really different, but I would say if you're famous, you get paid a lot. Okay, so now that I've talked about all the glorious like fancy pros, I'm going to talk about the cons. There's always a bad side to everything, and there are definitely bad sides of being famous and being a K-pop idol, or even being a K-pop idol and not famous. So let's talk about the cons. So the first one is you lose so much time with your loved ones. And I think this is something that all K-pop idols can, you know, agree with me. And if they think back, they just kind of miss all the memories they had with their high school friends or their families. And I think that's such a big con because like I said, okay, the great thing, you can look back on your life and see how popular and well off you were, but you don't have a lot of memories that were that special. You know what I mean? Like, cause you lose so much time to spend with your friends and families because you're always busy and they don't let you see your friends and families. And at some point, I think you yourself change on how you treat the people around you. And I think that's such a big con of being in the K-pop industry. Now, the second one, if you get loved, then you get the hate. Basically, it sucks getting so much hate from a lot of people. And just because you're, you know, exposed to so many different people, you get different forms of hate from all around the world. Whether it be just bashing at you for how you look, or whether it be them hating on how you know, acted on something and they say you're immature or like you're not very well-mannered. It could be even something like you said as a joke that could be misinterpreted. Or it may just be that they don't like you. Whatever it may be, yeah, you get hate, definitely. And I don't think the word anti-fans come from nothing. Basically, K-pop idols live with love and hate. Yeah. So I did explain all the awesome stuff about how you live doing what you want, but the third bad thing would have to be K-pop idols are forced to do things that they do not want. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be shocked when I tell you this, but I doubt that guys from around the ages 20 to 30 like wearing like dog ears and like, you know, drawing like pink stuff on their faces and being, hi guys, like egg you and stuff. They have to do that. I mean, I would say some people might enjoy doing it, but to a certain extent, I think it's forced because they think that, okay, if I'm a K-pop idol, then I'm going to have to appeal in a cute way. And you see 남자 아이돌들, them like dressed up as girls sometimes, 여장하고. I think that's a part of the hard part of the job. And I mean, they enjoy doing it because their fans love it and their fans really support what they do. But yeah, there are definitely stuff you have to do even though you don't want to do it. And sometimes it might be even from your personal choice. Like for example, for me, when I thought about Show Me the Money and Unpretty Rap Star, I wasn't like forced to do it, or it wasn't something that I didn't want to do, but it took a lot of me time where I sat Serene or Kasper down and talked to myself, okay, is this what I really want? And is this what's the best for me? What is this what's the best for me? Is that right? I would say there are definitely things that you do not want to do or you kind of end up doing even though, you know, you don't know if that's the right thing. What? Yeah, but you get the point. The fourth one would be health. Now, the reason why I included health is, okay, K-pop idols basically get really inconsistent sleep and food intake. And I think that deteriorates a lot of the K-pop idols' health. I don't think it's subjected only to idols. This comes for like singers and actresses as well, but they constantly dye their hair. And if their stage is at like 6, you know, they wake up at like 8 p.m. just to, you know, perform on that 6 o'clock stage. So it isn't easy. It isn't only easy. And girls always diet. They always eat like this much, like this amount of food. You always see, you know, idols' diet plans where they eat like an egg and like a salad and sweet potato, and that's like it for the day. And maybe that may make them look really pretty and skinny and awesome, but that really fucks up their health in the process. And I think it's something that they always have to be aware of, that you know, they don't want to be like all sick and gross looking when they're in their 40s and 50s, right? So 모두들 건강하게 take care of your health. This isn't for you guys, this is for them, who, if they're watching this. The final thing, the final con would definitely have to be the money. Now, you guys might think that, okay, she mentioned this in the pros and said it's awesome, you get a lot of money, but, okay, first of all, the money's really inconsistent. Let's go back to that office worker who gets paid $3,000 a month. He knows when that $3,000 is gonna hit his bank account. He knows when he's going to have money, and he knows what he can do with the money, you know, like spend it for his family, spend it for himself, savings, etc., etc. But K-pop idols have no idea when they're going to make a lot of money and when they're not gonna make money. It kind of sucks because let's say you have like a whole plan for something that you want to do for your family or something, but suddenly you don't get paid that month because it got moved or the plans didn't work out, the division between you and your company is kind of like messed up. Then you're basically broke for that month, and people automatically, your friends and everyone that's around you, they assume that you're really well off or 돈 잘 벌겠네, right? But that's not the case all the time, and I think that's the biggest downside of being a K-pop idol, is because you can't even forwardly say I'm broke and I need money, because then it's not as glamorous or fancy looking, and they kind of try to take care of their image, and I think that's really sad. Yeah, some K-pop idols really like suffer from not getting money because they can't work as a part-time job. Like, what are they gonna do? Be on stage on Music Bank 1 week and then be in like GS25, you know, paying? Like, they can't do that because they're idols and they're 공인 and their company wouldn't let them. And I think just not being able to work the way you want to and being basically given work from the company and until then you don't make money sucks. Yeah. It sucks. And also, I think another bad thing about the money thing is that learn the way to spend money. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're in 사회 and you go to a company and you get money like $1,000 a month and then $1,050, $2,000, then you kind of learn, okay, this is how much money I have and this is how I should spend it. But K-pop idols, they're like in their 20s, and if they're thrown at like a bajillion dollars, then they're like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna get a car, I'm gonna get a car, you know, I'm gonna buy all these fancy clothes. And then later on, they're like, oh crap, I don't have money left and I'm not popular anymore. And I think that's really dangerous. So again, for you K-pop fellow idols people that are watching this video. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this insight on the inside world. If you guys have any comments or suggestions for the future videos, then leave it down below, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about K-pop. So you guys gotta help me out here. Yeah, because I'm doing this for you guys. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time, and thanks for watching this month's K-pop 101. 안녕!